Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be doing a new video series called Near Impossible Yu-Gi-Oh combos, where we take some of these Yu-Gi-Oh ideas and show off how hard they are to actually pull off. And the reason why they're called Near Impossible is it's so hard to activate that your opponent would either need to be AFK or you would need to have insane Heart of the Cards luck. But anyways, today we're going to be featuring off the Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm, Phantom of Fury, one of the newer cards for the Sacred Beast archetype. Now to summon it, it's actually not that difficult, but the part that makes it one of the impossible Yugioh combos is that you want to summon this during your opponent's end phase. The reason why, if you do that, they will lose everything, they will not get a turn, and then you can one-shot them because they have nothing and you get a 10,000 attacking monster. Now, to summon this card, it just requires, of course, all of the Sacred Beasts, which is Araya, Haman, and Raviel. And its name becomes Armatile the Chaos Phantom, but the only thing that really matters here is once per turn, you can give control to this card to your opponent, and then once per turn during the end phase, if this card's control is changed this turn, you banish all cards you control. Since we will be giving it to our opponent, they will actually have to banish all cards they control. But then it says, then this card's owner, which means us, we can special summon an Armatile the Chaos Phantasm from their extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, which is the monster that will have 10,000 attack. Obviously, if you were to summon this card on your turn and then activate its effect and give it to our opponent would more than likely probably negate it in somewhere in between the steps. But then on top of that, it is our opponent's turn, so then us having that 10,000 attacker, it doesn't matter because it's going to be 0 anyways, and they're more than likely going to get rid of it. So it's not realistic in a real setting of Yu-Gi-Oh to pull this off and have our turn basically do nothing the next turn. So the way that it becomes impossible is actually mixing in aliens so we can use its effect during our opponent's end phase. And here's basically the setup. You have to have an alien in your deck to actually pull this off, or it can be on the field, and we're going to use the A-Cell Scatter Burst, which is actually a quick play. The important thing is that creature swap, unfortunately, because it's not a trap card, we can't activate it during our opponent's turn, but there is an alien support card called Interdimensional Warp, which will actually allow us to give our monster to our opponent, but it has to have a counter. So for the sake of the video, I did run Give and Take. Now, just a heads up for any of you guys thinking, wait, you could just go ahead and put this fusion monster into the graveyard somehow after you fusion summon it normally, re-bring it out with something like Give and Take. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. You actually have to go for it in this step, otherwise it simply does not work. That's why it's like one of those impossible combos. So first off, you have to give your opponent A counters. Whether you want to activate this card, there's another card that you can technically run. I'll get into that, but it doesn't really matter because it's one of those impossible scenarios. But just get A counters on your opponent's field. It doesn't matter how many, you just need at least one. And then you want to go ahead and use Necrofusion. You could use any fusion card that you want to, but Necrofusion just makes it easier because you just have these cards in the graveyard and you go ahead and banish them. And then you can go ahead and fusion summon for the new Armatile the Chaos Phantasm, Phantom of Fury. And now, since they've got A counters, we can then go ahead and activate our alien card, the Interdimensional Warp. And the reason why all this is impossible is because, one, you have to play aliens plus Sacred Beast, which equals Brick City, and then on top of that, you actually have to pull this off, so good luck doing that again in a real duel. That's why these are impossible Yu-Gi-Oh combos. So, now during the end phase, this is the important part. So, yeah, we get our opponent's monster, but that doesn't really matter. The most important thing is, because our opponent controls this card during their end phase, they actually banish all of their cards they control, and then we get the 10,000 on our turn, and with no monsters and no spells and traps on the field, we get to attack them for 10,000, and that's game. It's so incredibly difficult to pull off in a real scenario of Yu-Gi-Oh, and it is crazy. But there is one more card that technically I want to mention that you can run instead of this card, the A-Cell Scatterburst. You can also run the A-Cell Recombination Device over here, which would then allow you to go ahead and place an alien counter on your opponent. But again, it just requires alien. There isn't anything in the in most archetypes to just swap control over cards during, again, your opponent's turn. That's why we had to play aliens. But this is the impossible Armatile the Chaos, or near impossible Armatile the Chaos Phantasm Phantom of Fury combo. The way I think, they obviously didn't mean for this to be able to be activated during our opponent's turn, but that's the only way to make it viable, because again, you would have to activate the fusion card, you'd have to get this card out, you'd have to activate the effect, and then their next turn, they would have to just let you have this monster on the field, which, again, it's very unrealistic in Yu-Gi-Oh! To get to that point, and that's how cool it is, though. I thought it was awesome. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video and this series. If you did and you are new here, make sure you guys subscribe, turn that bell. And if you're already subscribed, drop a like on this video. And if you guys have any ideas for more of these near impossible Yu-Gi-Oh combos, let me know down below in the comment section below. Or if you guys want to send any replays of them, feel free to go ahead and send in via the Discord, or you can send it to my email. I like this video idea series because there's so many incredible, crazy combos to do in Yu-Gi-Oh, but they are near impossible. But we can go ahead with the new feature of testing the hand and basically dueling against nobody. We're able to go ahead and showcase off some of these combos. And what's cool with this is someone might figure out how to actually make this even better. And if you can figure out how to make this a near impossible combo, remember, it has to be summoned during our opponent's turn to actually be good. Our opponent's end phase is where we want to go ahead and summon it. Let me know in the comments section below, because with the community there's always more ideas to go and pull off crazy Yu-Gi-Oh combos like this Armatile alien one to again summon it during our opponent's end phase. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm signing out. Peace.